Good morning, everybody. J.R. Fisher here. It is a bright and sunny Thursday morning. It's about 9 a.m. here in Central Texas. I want to welcome everybody here today. We're going to be talking about something today that's very cool. It's about tripwires. It's one of those things that everybody thinks that all they have to do is know about them and they know how to do them. And that's not the case. So a lot of people will try tripwires and they don't work out. But that won't happen to you today, because when you finish this training today, you're going to know exactly what to do. So I want to welcome everybody. Do me a favor, if you would, put in that chat section if you can hear me. Put in that chat section if you can see me. Okay, because if you can hear me, you can't see me. That's not good, right? And don't forget also to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. What you need to do is hit that subscribe button down there. If it's red, click it, turn it gray. Don't forget to ring the bell. Turn all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live or if I upload a video. So this is a really cool session today. It's all about tripwires. However, if you've got another question about making money online, I want you to feel free to ask any of those questions in that chat section there. Please give me a thumbs up if you would. Give me a thumbs up on this video. I'm streaming live to Facebook and to YouTube. So either platform you're on, I can see your comments. I can comment back with you. So feel free, feel comfortable. I'm trying to do it in a couple different places so that people have, more ways to watch, more ways to learn. I don't sell anything in these sessions. So if you're waiting for the big sales pitch, it's never coming. It's never going to come. Don't worry about that. I'm not selling you anything. I do have stuff for sale. Don't get me wrong. Later on in the video, later on after the video is published, you will find some links in the description if you need more information, you want to find out more stuff, you want to buy something or whatever. There'll be links in the description, but I'm not talking about that today. I'm talking about how I can help you make money. Now, we've been doing this series this week, and it's really pretty cool. It teaches you how to start a business online. We're doing Monday through Saturday. And Monday through Saturday, I started off talking about building a brand. I talked about, how to build your list. I talked to you about how to warm them up yesterday. And today I'm going to talk to you about the next step, which is actually getting them to spend money. Okay. Spend money is the important thing. That's why we're building a list. There's nothing wrong with earning a living. There's nothing wrong with asking people to buy something from you. Like I said, I'm not doing that today, but there's nothing wrong with that. Please, I love getting your comments. I love getting your suggestions. I love any questions you have, and I really would appreciate if you put anything in that chat box. Even if you don't have a comment or question, you can just put in there, hello, hi, how are you? I mean, whatever you want, put that in there. Now, I know some of you will be watching this after it's gone live. And keep in mind, I can still talk to you. All you have to do is put some comments in that comment section below the video instead of on the side. I think chat's on the side here. Then I will come back and I'll answer any of those questions for you. I'll comment with you. And I'd love to meet each and every one of you. I've met a lot of really cool people through doing these live videos. I enjoy it very much. I enjoy you guys being here. So don't forget to participate. Participation is so important. If you don't participate, your chances of success go down dramatically. I got my phone here. If you saw me sneak that over, I just want to check my time. I don't want to go over time. So man, let's get started, man. Let's get into this. This is so cool today. And I want to kind of talk to you about maybe your childhood and a kid growing up nowadays. Kid growing up nowadays has it entirely different. I have a grandson. He's 3, going to be 4 soon. And it's amazing how he's already bought things online, okay, for his Thomas the Train game. He learned what money is for. He's obsessed with Thomas the Train and always plays it on his dad's computer. But he got to the point to the game where he needs to pay for stuff with gold coins and with very real dollars to unlock the next levels. All right, because let's face it, it's not going to be about Thomas racing on incredible tracks filled with twisty roller coasters, these jumps, the splashy water slides forever. There's got to be a way for more than that for my little grandson to experience those unknown boards. Okay, so he's gotten into the game and he actually told his parents he needs to buy the coins with his savings in order to keep playing, which is kind of funny. Without even realizing it, he has already gone deep into the Thomas funnel. And you know that initial purchase of gold coins that started it all, well, that's just the tripwire, okay? And that's what we're going to talk about today. Everybody thinks they know what a tripwire is, and they think once they know what a tripwire is, that means they know how to make one. Not true, and you're going to see that today. And some of the same things happen in video games that happen in smart business sales funnels. But what you can learn from Thomas the Train Game that sells a tripwire to a 4-year-old kid learning longer term buying relationships. That's what they're doing, is they're actually training this kid. So in this video today, I want to show you step by step how it's possible for you to create your own high converting tripwire and send your visitors down your funnel towards your higher ticket core offers. Okay, so we ready for that? Are we ready to get started? I think so. Let's get started. What a great tool to teach. Thank you so much, Paul. Yeah, it's a great tool, and it's made me a lot of money over the years. And we try to have what's called a self-liquidating tripwire. And what we mean by that is whatever it costs to set up the tripwire, emailing or ads or whatever it is, we would like to recuperate that amount of money to pay for it. And that way it's free. We get customers on our list for free. So a tripwire is also called a splinter or a small offer. There's a lot of names for it, usually between $5 and $50. I'm usually below $10. It's to a new email subscriber after they opt into your website. It's really meant to accelerate and strengthen the buyer-seller relationship. And in accelerating that relationships, this means that the tripwire basically is kind of like a launch pad for more easily upselling people to your core offer, your premium product, your more expensive stuff. People might sometimes join your email list, but might not want your core offer when they first join the list. They're not ready for that. So the first step is persuading them to making a small, simple, affordable offer or purchase. Doing so will help those potential customers overcome the fear of buying from you, and it'll help you to gain some trust with those people. So then your customer can make a bigger purchase, maybe for $100 or $500 or $1,000, whatever it is you have. But how do you service a larger market with automation services while building trust? Now, automation, I think, has to be done through a good email marketing software. I have one, and that software is Kartra. You can get a link to Kartra in the description after this video is published live. And if you like Kartra, you can get a trial for $1. So a tripwire really converts more people and nurtures the relationships. That's basically what it's doing. According to studies, people who purchase tripwires were 10 times more likely to purchase their core offer once they purchase that tripwire. When you offer a tripwire, you actually deliver value for a little bit of money in exchange, but people really appreciate that. This creates an association for the buyer. They think that if they spend a small amount of money, they get a bit of value. If they spend more money, they'll get more value. If they spend a huge amount of money, they get a huge amount of value. That's kind of cool how that works out, right? Eventually, becoming something natural for the customers to spend money on your products. However, your goal isn't necessarily to make a profit from your tripwire. That's what I just said in the beginning. We'd like to have a self-liquidating if we could. It really serves to increase your customer base and cover your lead generation expenses, which is exactly what I just said. In fact, lots of companies sell their tripwire at a loss to gain more customers long-term. Your tripwire should be an irresistible offer, super high value, super low cost, something that is so great that your prospect wouldn't want to miss it. And keep in mind that we all have a fear of missing out, AKA FOMO, okay? FOMO, fear of missing out. That is a thing. Do you do multiple split tests of the offer? And how often do retest? Yes, we do split test of our offers, Paul. And split tests never really end. We're always tweaking them. So let's say we've got two offers. One, I'll say the split test is price because there's a lot of different ways to split test something. Let's say one is $5, one is $7. We may run that, to 10,000 people. And then once we determine, let's say the $7 one worked better. Overall, we got more profit than we did in the $5 one. Then what we're going to do is we're going to try a $9 one, or we'll try a $19.99 one. And then maybe that one doesn't work. So we take that one out, we put a different one in. And then maybe we stick with the $7 and we change the headline of the ad or the headline of the email. And it's just a constant process. It never ends. It never does. Sometimes when you split test, it improves. Sometimes it doesn't. So you stick with the old one. So you may do a split test and find that $7 works, and then try 8 more different price points, and none of them work, and you're still at $7. So that's kind of how that works. So step 1 is we want to create a lead magnet. First things first, before you create an offer for your Tripwire, you need people to sign up for your email list, okay? A lead magnet is like a Tripwire, except that you don't charge for it, okay? And you need to create a lead magnet to do that. A lead magnet is something you're going to give away for free. Now, I think this step is just kind of a refresher, because I know you know how to create a lead magnet, right? I mean, I've talked about that before, but if not, go back to my video that teaches you how to create a lead magnet. You already know, that those things have to be super high value, and you've really got to sell them because you're offering it for free. And, I was telling somebody the other day, when you're offering something for free, you got to sell it twice as hard, because people are like, if it's free, it can't be worth anything. So a lot of people say, well, it's free, so I don't have to put much ad copy on there. I don't have to, no, you got to do a whole lot more, because it is free. It sounds like it's worthless when it's free. So you want to offer your site's visitors something for free that leaves them wanting more and leaves them more eager to take the next step to your website or to buy something. So the important thing here is to offer something that your entire market will find valuable. Okay, your market, your niche, whatever that is. You need to understand and define the value of your product or service for that. Then, and only then, will you be able to give your prospects something compelling reason, motivation to download your offer. The best value proposition you can offer them is one that your prospect needs, and it solves a problem. So instead of trying to create something that you think they could just want, think about what they really need. What do they really need in the beginning? Find the common problems that your site visitors struggle with and provide the quick solution they've been looking for. Now, if you want a free course, I will tell you in the description, there's going to be a link there. And I am changing that course. I did a training for a big cannabis company. Actually, they sold CBD cards, and they sell health products now too. And I'm going to put a link to that training real soon. I haven't changed it yet, to their training where they came to my office. They paid me to train their company. So remember to think of your customers' perspective based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Everybody know what Maslow's hierarchy of needs is? First, physiological, then safety, then love. Okay, so first off, you got to have, you got to have food and water. Okay, then you want to be safe, and then you want to feel loved, and you want to feel all warm and fuzzy. To help you find the right lead magnet, ask yourself the following questions. Ask yourself this: who is your target market? Who is it? What does your audience actually want? What's preventing them from getting what they want? And how can you provide the solution? If you ask those 4 questions, and I would suggest you jotting those down: what's your target market? What does your audience want? What's preventing them from getting what they want? And how can you provide a solution? Those 4 questions, super, super important things. Once you answer those questions, you'll be able to create a lead magnet and then a Tripwire and market it effectively to your audience. The faster you understand your products or services will solve money, time, and hassle problems for your prospects, the more likely they're going to actually buy from you. Now, it's your lead magnet as a starting point that will help you segment your list. Let me get a little sip here real quick. I want to do that. Fruit and almond milk. Fruit and almond milk. That's it. Frozen fruit and almond milk. So it's going to help you segment your list by using different topics and solutions of your larger products and services. Now, we're to step 2 now. Let me see what my time is right here. Oh, we're good. We're only halfway. So step 2, brainstorm Tripwire offers relevant to your lead magnet. So don't have a lead magnet that says one thing and then your Tripwire offers is entirely something different. It's got to be related to it. And that highlight the value of your core product. So what you're trying to do now is you're trying to bring your lead magnet and your core product together with this Tripwire offer, okay? So your Tripwire isn't the first thing that crosses your mind. It's not something that you throw together and toss in the air expecting prospects to catch it, because it's not going to work that way. Although it doesn't require an exhaustive and meticulous thinking process, it does require a productive brainstorming session. Ask again the question that you ask yourself when creating the lead magnet to see what pain points prospects are looking to have solved. When brainstorming, consider surveying your audience and find out what problems you can help them solve with a low-cost product. Think of, $5 to $50. I like $5 to $10, but they can go up to $50. For instance, Let's say you sell multiple products and services. Look for ones that sell the most. This will give you an idea of what to copy and model after. However, the best way to come up with a tripwire that's relevant to your lead magnet and that highlights the value of your product service is to look at your current core offer and what you're selling now. Take a look at the info products and services that you can splinter off or package or sell separately. For example, if you're selling a service, you can offer a project roadmap to get to that actual service. Simply make your tripwire an integral part of the business. Use it as a reason or excuse to make your customer come back to your site. Once they get it, it's going to help them, but they're going to need more. Okay, they're going to need more. Also, think about common objections to your products or services. Does your target market find your product or service too expensive? Is it too high? Like a relationship with a friend, build trust. Once you gain their trust, the rest of the process is going to really flow very, very easily. So you want to decide on what type of tripwire you're going to want to offer. There are all kinds. Paul says, putting comments in caps to make it easier to read. If you want in regular letters, let me know. No, that's fine. And what I did, Paul, is I've got my iPad right here now, so it's closer to me. My computer's over there. It's really hard to see those, but I appreciate you thinking of me and my old aged eyes. Okay. And guys, I've done some decorating. I'm going to tell you about what type of tripwires do in a second, but I've done some decorating here. And I think that word hustle needs to be in red or gold. So what's the survey? What's the answer to that? Do you think that word over here, hustle? I want to change it. I want it to be red or gold, I think. But if you've got another color, tell me about it. But I think red or gold would be good. Gold for particular reasons and red for other reasons. But I think one of those would be good. So now it's time to choose the type of tripwire. And there's all kinds of different ones. You may have thought there was just one, right? So, but there's all kinds of different ones. So focus on your skills. So it's time to show off your talent and skills. Offer a product that you know that you'll be great at creating, whatever it is. For example, if you're a good writer, offer an ebook, okay? Not so good at writing, but you feel comfortable talking, go with video training series. You could do that. Keep your tripwire simple, okay? Because you want them to get immediate results out of it. You don't want them to have to work real hard. A complicated and hard to digest product won't attract customers. Keep it simple and easy to digest. Don't offer a 500-page ebook, okay? They don't want that. They don't want that. Promise one quick win, one quick solution to their problem, okay? The tripwire type you end up choosing should promise and deliver one quick win for your visitor. It should help them achieve something easy, okay? They don't have to work real hard to get it. Forget about, really going long training courses and all that kind of stuff that'll take them forever to accomplish, because most people aren't going to finish anything anyhow they start. Unfortunately, that's true. You want to set a cheap price. Don't offer expensive tripwires because no one will buy them. Offer products. I mean, you can go as low as $1. I like $5 to $10, but you could go up to as much as $50. I don't think those do as well, but you can certainly try them out. You want to prioritize quick consumption of your information. Choose a tripwire format that is easy to download and consume. This will give your prospects peace of mind, and they'll know that on down the road, whatever you're going to give them, they're going to get quick results from, okay? There are hundreds, I mean hundreds of different types and or formats. Decide the tripwire type that you feel most comfortable creating based on your skills and knowledge. Now, I do want to give you a list of different things you can do, and it may kind of spur your imagination. And guys, don't forget, put your comments in that chat section there. If you're watching this and it's already been published on YouTube and it's not live anymore, I still come back, I answer those comments. Don't forget to do them. So let's say you're into cooking. How about recipes? You could do recipes. You can do an audio file, and you can do an audio file for just about anything you're selling online. Okay, some type of audio file that gets them some type of solution. Maybe it's a swipe file. Maybe it's kind of like a copy of what you do, and they want to swipe that file and they want to do it. Maybe you're into motivation and you have inspirational quotes. Inspirational quotes works. Maybe it's some type of transcript that they can use and give out to their audience and get some results. Maybe it's a printable poster for their office. Those are pretty cool. You can do that. Maybe it's a plugin. Maybe it's a web app, something along those lines. Desktop wallpaper for their computer. Maybe that's something cool that they can look at every day. A guide. Oh my gosh, a guide works so well. A guide to whatever, a guide to making a cake, a guide to doing better SEO, a guide to selecting, the most profitable products, a guide. Okay. Reports, a report on something works really, really well. Next one I really like is called a cheat sheet. And a cheat sheet has like a list of a whole bunch of different items they need to do. You can also do spreadsheets if you're trying to help them figure out, I don't know, ads or numbers or sales or something along that, or profitability. You can also do a toolkit or a resource list. I like the sound of that. A resource list is all the things that you're going to use and links to all those things. Okay. That works out real well. I just did this one. It could be a quiz or a survey. I just did an entrepreneur quiz. Some of you took that quiz. An assessment test, okay, to see how good they are at something. And my quiz was kind of an assessment test. So you can kind of mix these up a little bit. Maybe it's some type of sales material. Maybe it's a catalog of stuff. It could be video training. I'm doing video training right now. This could be a great lead magnet. It could be a great tripwire. You could actually charge for it too, either one. Maybe it's a free trial. So, you could have somebody, maybe you have a course of, 20 videos and they get a free trial. They get the first 2 videos. So they get a free trial of that. Then they got to pay after that. Or they pay $1 for the first 2. I know Kartra right now, when you see my link for Kartra below, which is the best digital marketing software in the market. When you use my link, you can get a $1 trial, which is, basically a tripwire. Maybe it's a discount. Maybe, you can sell them, they get discounted merchandise, so they give you $10 and for the next year, they get 10% off all their purchases. Maybe if you're still doing that cooking thing, it's an entire cookbook, but it's an ebook. You could do something along those lines. Maybe some type of tutorial that teaches them how to do something. Next one I like a lot is a checklist, the checklist of all the stuff you're supposed to do. That kind of keeps them organized. Maybe you're going to offer some type of free shipping. Okay. So, they buy your item that, is normally $19, but they can get it for $9 and you'll send it to them for free because it's a tripwire. You're just doing that. Coupons. You can also do case studies, case studies of other people who've used your methods. And that kind of indoctrinates them into using your methods too, because they see the results other people got. It could be a webinar. I've done a lot of webinars over the years. It could be a template of some sort. So once you've done that, you've decided on it. That was number 3. Number 4 would be determine the name of your tripwire. What's this going to be? Okay. And determining the title for your tripwire is similar to creating a title for an article that you write. You want an eye-catching headline for your value proposition. Think of value, guys. Think of value that appeals to your site's visitors. And Paul, I think I talked to you about that the other day. We wanted to have a result from listening to your podcast or getting your information. What's the result? The title will be the first thing that's going to catch their attention when they'll see for your offer. For instance, so be clear, not smart. Don't try to sound too fancy using words that no one ever uses. Okay, don't do that. Instead, be clear, descriptive, not vague. You don't want to be generic. Mention the end result. And that's what I was saying to you, Paul. If people don't read what benefits they get from purchasing your product, they will probably not purchase your product. So always mention the benefit and the end result your tripwire will convey to the prospects. Okay, so it may say 10 steps to improve your SEO to 4 times your sales. Okay, so that's a real result. That's a result that people get from downloading whatever you've got or getting whatever you've got. Use list posts and how-to guides. People like simplicity. When you read a blog and scroll down and you're looking to read something visually attractive, something easy to follow. For instance, if you organize your content with bullet points and or numbers, the experience for the reader will be a whole lot more pleasant than if you just have a whole bunch of paragraphs that are not even spaced out and they just got to read. State the problem. Follow the tried and true PAS system. The PAS is problem, agitate, solution framework. Okay, so that's what marketers use. It's problem, agitate, solution. This works because it's based on a proven persuasion strategy called pacing and leading. If you pace your prospects by showing that you understand them, you emphasize with their problem. Then they're more likely to buy your solution when you directly lead them to it. In fact, stating the problem on a landing page can grab nearly 50% more sales, according to one of the 313 case studies analyzed in the Proven Sales Conversion Pack. Now, number 5, use friendly tools to create and design visually attractive tripwires. Now, there's a ton of them out there. There really are. But you want to make sure that your content is properly formatted. Nobody's going to want to read something that's disorganized and filled with grammar errors. I mean, guys, really, seriously, get your English proper. You can use Grammarly. Grammarly's awesome. I have Grammarly turned on my computer and it corrects my stuff all the time. Include a reason why they shouldn't miss your offer. In fact, one of the 313 case studies analyzed states that FOMO can increase the number of people opting in by 38.25%. FOMO being fear of missing out. The tools you need for creating your tripwire will depend on the content that you offer, but some of them are ease.ly. You can use ease.ly. Pick to chart, P-I-K-T-O chart. Infogram, I-N-F-O-G-R-A-M. Cam Studio is another good one, C-A-M Studio. Meeting Burner, Typeform, Canva. Oh my gosh, everybody knows about Canva, right? Get Canva. Google Docs, I like a lot. I use Google Docs. Microsoft Word you can use. You can use Raw Shorts, R-A-W Shorts. Stenci is good, S-T-E-N-C-I, or draw.io. Any of those will work. Any of those will really help you out. So then you need to create a landing page to sell your tripwire. This is where Kartra comes in. And I talked to you about that at the beginning. You need Kartra. You got to get Kartra. I'm telling you, everybody I've turned on to Kartra loves it. And they come back and they say, thank you so much. You saved me so much money. This is awesome. Kartra, there will be a link for that in the description once this video is published. So you want to check that out. Creating a dedicated landing page where you're going to state all your relevant information to your tripwire will give customers peace of mind. When you purchase something on Amazon or something online, you always look for as much information as possible. You need to have all the information before you make up your mind. So you look for reviews, price, description, product, guarantees, all that stuff. It works the same way when a prospect visits your site. They want to find out how valuable your product is. What happens if I don't make, or what happens if I don't like the product? Okay, they want to know, do I get my money back? What happens? What happens if I want a refund? Will this product really solve my problems? Will this product add value to my business? Why should I buy this product here and not from a different person? Why should I buy from you instead? These are the questions that everybody asks every single time. So it's not like you've got to reinvent these questions. You got to use these questions and apply them to your landing page. So answer those questions for them and build trust. Include your guarantee policy, risk reversal, and or money back guarantee. In fact, in the case studies analyzed, it shows that adding a guarantee can generate 41% more turnover from customers. Okay, so you need it. You need that. Simply show that they're going to simply show what they're going to get with your offer, and you're going to have the best options for them. You really, really are. So you can. I've created a lot of these dedicated landing pages, but I can tell you that when you do it and you do it properly, you're going to make a lot of money. Step 7, make sure your tripwire's price is entry level, inexpensive, guys. I got to remind you of this one more time. Your tripwire offer must be affordable. Don't try to make money on this. This is not what this is about. This is about building trust and building your list. And when I say affordable, I mean cheap. It could be $1, it could be $5, it could be $10. Step 8 is you want to start an email campaign for customers who buy your tripwire. There's no point in doing this tripwire if you don't have some type of email campaign that's going to follow up and start selling your core offer. You need to do that. Now, once you've done that and you've tried to sell them, step 9 is follow up with customers to ask for their feedback. Get some feedback from people. What did they like? What did they not like? What did they buy? Why did they buy? Why didn't they buy? And then step 10 is model proven and successful tripwire examples. Find people out there that are doing something already and do something similar. And I'm not saying copy what they do. I'm never saying that. But I am going to say find other ones out there. And once you've got this thing tweaked in, your step number 11 is advertise your tripwire as a limited time offer. Okay. Now you can actually run ads to your tripwire because you know it works. You know people opt in. You know you can make money on it, or at least not cost you any money, and then run those ads. And then, of course, you want to promote and optimize your tripwire. And that was something Paul said at the beginning. When you optimize, you're split testing, basically. Let's see here. Guarantee helps gain trust. Yes, it does. A queen is within. Good to see you today. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you. And yes, by doing that, exposure is vital to the success of your Tripwire sale. A lot of people, will run an ad and they get 100 clicks and they go, it didn't work. Well, that's not enough. That's not enough. You've got to invest more money into this. And they say, well, I can't afford to invest money, to find out if something's going to work or not. You can't afford not to, because if you don't do it, guess what? You still don't have any money. Okay. You got to spend a little bit every now and then. It's just got to happen. So I want you to analyze their behavior when they navigate through your site. Which pages do they visit first? How much time do they spend on each of these landing pages? How far do they scroll down? There's tools like heat maps that will let you visualize and analyze your users' behaviors. Don't rely on guesswork, okay? Because you don't know. You may say, oh, this works, this doesn't work. How do you know? Always A/B split test. Paul said that earlier in this training today. Really super important to do that. Set up a basic retargeting campaign. See if it's cheaper for you to run ads to cold or warm audiences. Figure out which one it is. When it comes to selling your Tripwire, you can use tools like Kartra. Like I said, that they just work awesome. It's a great tool, and it completely helps your customer purchase go a whole lot easier. So yeah, that's about Tripwires. Good morning, Tyann. Good to see you here. That pretty much wraps up what Tripwires are. But let me also tell you some other places you could post it. You could put it in Facebook groups. Okay. You could put it in emails. You could do it in newsletters. You could do blog posts. You could do forums. LinkedIn Pulse is another one. Facebook ads. You could use landing pages. You could use social media. Gosh, there's so many things, guys. Guest posts on other people's sites. You could use a sidebar widget on your site. Word of mouth. Yeah, tell people about it. Physically tell people about it. I've actually made money by just physically telling people what I do for a living. So in conclusion, you want to ask yourself, who is your target audience? Okay, who are these people? What do they want? What's preventing them from getting what they want? And how can you provide a solution? Now, I told you this in the very, very beginning. Okay. And then I gave you the 12 steps. It's create a lead magnet. It's brainstorm tripwires that are relevant to your lead magnet and also add value to your core product. Next step, I told you, decide on the type of tripwire you'll offer. Next step, determine the name of your tripwire, whatever it is, that's going to matter, right? Next step, use friendly tools to create and design visually attractive tripwires, which I gave you in this training today. You have all those. Create a landing page to offer your tripwire, which I told you, you want to do that in Kartra. Make sure your tripwire's price is entry level. That's the next thing I told you. I also said, next up, start an email campaign to customers who buy your Tripwire offer, because now you want to sell them the core offer. That's the time we want to get profitable, right? That's when we want to get profitable. And then you want to follow up to ask your customers for their feedback. That was the next step. And then you want to model proven and successful Tripwire examples. Ones you find out there, you can do ones that are similar. And then next up, I told you, advertise your Tripwire as a limited time offer. And then the last thing I told you was to promote and optimize your Tripwire. Remember, a Tripwire is a small bribe. It's cheap. Okay. It's cheap. Usually under 10 bucks. Some people will go up to 50 bucks, but it's low risk for somebody. Okay. They're like, oh, if I lose 10 bucks, I lose 10 bucks. So tell me something. Have you created a Tripwire for your business? If so, put it in the comment section. Put it in the chat section. What are you currently offering to your prospects? Put that in the chat section. I want to see this stuff, guys. I'm telling you, the best way to succeed online, the best way to succeed in business is for you to participate. When I tell you, put a comment in there. When I tell you, put a suggestion in there. When I tell you, put a question in there. The more often you do that, the more often you are engaging. The more you engage, the better your chances of succeeding online. If you stay in the background and you never participate and you never ask questions and you never suggest anything and you never say anything, the odds of you succeeding drop dramatically. They just do. And I don't know quite why it works that way, but I know the people who have participated over the years with me in my videos, in my lives, and emails are always the most successful people. Always, hands down, are the most successful people. So if you want to increase your odds of success, the first thing you need to do is participate. Write a comment, write something in there, say something to me. Let me get over to my screen where I can see myself here. But get involved. And I asked you guys a question earlier. I'm going to change hustle here to either red or gold. I want to know, What is your opinion? What should I change that to? Red or gold? Let's see. James says it's more fun lurking. Well, I don't want you to lurk, James. I want you to be there. James, are you having a hard time getting up? Tell me if it's difficult for you to get up. I mean, I could do this thing at 10 if you want. I like to do it at 9 now. And I did it at 9 in California too, because I could do it and then get on with my day. Okay. The Queens Within says gold. I like that. I like that. I'm probably going to decide on this today. So don't hold off on your suggestion. But this word here, hustle, that's going to go to red or gold. If you got another suggestion, I'll listen. But I think red or gold is it. I think red would really get your attention. I think gold would let you know what we're really working on, and that's gold. We're trying to make money here, right? That's what we're all trying to do. Not that I'm selling anything here. So I've got gold, the Queens Within, the wheels too. You think I should change the wheels? Now the wheels, they're much more difficult. And the reason they're much more difficult is because they've got, this is like it's heavy metal. You know, it's copper, heavy metal. This is not. This is some type of composite. But I want to work on this. I want it to look better. Let's see. Tyann says, struggling getting my ink file domain connected to Kartra. I put a ticket into Kartra. Okay. If you have any problems on that too, you can shoot us. You know, one of your questions or something. If you don't hear from them, you probably will, because they're really, really good about support. But if you don't for any reason, let me know. So I'm going to put in here. When you participate in live trainings and in videos and let people know who you are, you have a much better chance of succeeding. Boom, just like that, boom. The word hustle is already used by James Altscher and Greg Gottfried. Well, I think the word hustle has been around before they were born. It's probably been around before I was born. And you know what, James? This is really hard to believe. This will blow your mind. It was around before you were born. Did you think anything was around then? I'm messing with you, of course. But yeah, a lot of people use hustle, and I think it's very important. I think it gets across a point. It gets across an attitude. It gets across a mentality. And I'm a big believer in hustling, man. Big believer. And I'm a big believer in doing things when other people say it's got difficult, it got tough, because I know that's where they're going to drop off, and I'm not going to drop off then. That's when they drop off. That's when they choose to drop off, not me. I don't want to do that. So yeah, that's what I got for you today. If you like this training, at least tell me you like the training. Put something in there, you know, tell me, say, hey, that was good, that was horrible, whatever it was. Give me a thumbs up if you would. Give me a thumbs up on this video. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit the big subscribe button down there. Click subscribe. Turn it from red to gray, and then ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live, guys. It makes it so much easier for you when you turn on the bell notifications. It really, really does. If you can't make it, no big deal. But at least I reminded you, and I said, hey, I'm going live right now. You know, and that way you get a chance to jump in there and you don't miss out on anything. If you're not watching this live, hey, no problem. I get it. Not everybody can be on my schedule. But if you're not watching it live, you know, hey, put your questions, comments, suggestions in that comment section below. Send me messages. I love to get messages. I love to get questions. As you know, because I know there's a lot of people on here now that do send me questions on these comment sections. I answer them. I'm in there answering them. Nobody does it for me. James Breen says, I always enjoy Gordzigas 9. I have no idea what that is. What is that? Peace and blessings always, everyone. That's my buddy James. Hey guys, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm going to see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow morning. We want to finish this series. I got one tomorrow morning and also Saturday. So you don't want to miss the series. Saturday, I will be 10 o'clock. Tomorrow, I will be 9 a.m. I got in at the end. We'll watch replay. Cool, Tyann. Yeah, there's a lot of good information in this video. I did a lot of research, so do watch it from the beginning. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. You guys stay safe.